Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the Daily SPY Report for Tuesday, October 26, 2021. Before I jump into the charts, as usual, please want to remind you to click like if you like what you're seeing. And if you haven't subscribed to the Wicked Stocks channel on YouTube, please do so. Underneath the video screen, you should see the word subscribe. Just click it, and you will be notified each and every time the Daily SPY Report is uploaded for your viewing, generally by around 5 p.m. Chicago or Central Standard Time each and every trading day for the following trading day. So let's jump to the charts. Just a reminder, once again, we remain in the grips of a 3 to 5 week buy signal, and we are well on our way, a little over a week later, of reaching our 469.05 3 to 5 week objective. We just might reach that by the end of next week. So over the next week and a half, 2 weeks, we may well reach it. We did, most notably today, settle clearly above that former high in early September at 454.05. This is now the beginning of a range of support down to 452.08 today. I'm calling it weekly containment now. Can contain selling through the rest of the week. And now that we've closed above that previous high, this is considered yet another buy signal. We had a secondary buy signal, actually, if you're looking at this chart, above 444.80. About a week ago today, I believe it was, Tuesday of last week, we settled above that formation. And so this is the next buy signal above the 452.08 to 454.05 area, can contain selling through the rest of the week, and above which the target at 469.05 is likely to be realized now by the end of next week. So there are some levels on the way up today that I should mention. And, we do have intraday levels, 455.90, 457.20 on the way up. They're just minor points, but I do think this 458.55 level is in reach today. I have been mentioning that now, for a few days, and that is that former channel bottom that goes back into July and August activity. We are retracing back up to it. I don't see it as a significant resistance area, but I think it should be respected for its ability to contain daily highs. And given the fact that we are now in sort of a fresh, I'm going to call it 1 to 2 week buy signal up to that 469.05 target, now that we've cleared the 454.05 high, I don't think getting short aggressively at 458.55 is a great idea if you're a swing trader, let's say. Day traders have at it. But a swing trader, you're trading 2 to 3 day, 3 to 5 day swings. The swing right now is to the upside until proven otherwise, and that remains in effect now above 454.05 down to the 452.08 former rising channel top. And as I say, that 469.07 target, so 469.05 target is likely to be realized now by the end of next week or sooner. So, selling 458.55 on a daily basis should be done so for liquidating a long position, or if you're an aggressive day trader. But if you're looking 2 to 3 days out, I wouldn't personally recommend it. In fact, if we push through 458.55 today, which is certainly possible, this steeply ascending channel top is not out of the question. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see it more clearly. And that today is at 464.50. So if this market really sort of rallies significantly today, pushes through that 458, 55 former channel bottom, then 464.50 not out of the question by the closing bell, where I would expect this market to finish its rally for the day and top out into the closing bell. And obviously, if we were to close above 464.50 today, we're just a few days away from reaching that 469.05 objective, that long-term trend line able to contain buying through November trade, perhaps. It's also a meaningful upside continuation point through November. I will talk about the next targets as we approach it. And once again, I'm assuming that we will do so by the end of next week above 454.05, 452.08 to 454.05. Now let's cover the downside today, that if we do break 454.05, the market can, on an intraday basis, fall south to 447.37. And that level, as you see in the support resistance level, intraday target below 452.08 can contain intraday, possibly daily selling pressures by that point in time. But if we close today back below 452.08, I do think this market is likely over the next 2 to 3 days to fall all the way back to that 444.80 former channel top. And there is the possibility that after having closed above that September high, we do have some new long entries certainly in the market. I would say, based on yesterday's settlement above it, that if we close back below it, we could have a royal routing to the downside, where over the next week or two, let's just say by the end of next week perhaps, or sooner, we could fall all the way back into the upper 430s once again. And that is a meaningful zone of support. There's a couple of things going on there. One is, of course, and you're probably familiar with it if you've been watching these videos for the last couple of weeks, is that former channel top and descending two-thirds speed line that is presently in the upper 430s, begins at 439.17, but we have a new rising two-thirds speed line that is based on yesterday's high. So this is sort of the downside scenario, that if we happen to break and close today below 452.08, I think you should allow for the upper 430s. Is it a certainty we'll get down there? No. I do think it's highly likely we'll test 444.80 within just a few days, where we could bottom out through the rest of the week, and then we'll see where we go from there. But honestly, if we get the sell signal today by closing below 452.08, I think you should allow for the upper 430s once again by the end of next week or sooner, that 436.89 to 439.17 region, able to absorb selling through November trade, and from there we can recover, push on to new highs again within several weeks. I think that kind of covers it. I'll leave you with the support and resistance area here, and I don't think there's anything really I need to say other than I can reiterate that holding above 454.05, 458.55 in reach today. We do have some minor resistance levels on the way up. For those of you who are aggressive day traders, they're valid levels. 455.90 is nothing more than yesterday's high. So if we push through it, 457.20 is likely. And in fact, I actually, that is such a minor point, I almost didn't want to include it. And because I really think if we push beyond yesterday's 455.90 high, you should expect 458.55 within the day. Once again, you can backtrack a bit or just take a look at this former channel bottom, 458.55. And then if we push through 58.55, 64.50 in reach, possibly within the day. Overall, holding above 454.05 will keep 469.05, that 3 to 5 week objective, in reach by the end of next week. But if we close below 452.08, the party is over, at least I think, for the week. And we should, within a few days, fall to 444.80. And by the end of next week or sooner, perhaps, back into the significant upper 430s, where we can bottom out through November trade. And that is all I have to say now for Tuesday's Daily SPY Report. Please click like again. Please click subscribe. It does help me out a great deal with regard to YouTube presence. And it'll help you too in terms of being notified of the uploading of these reports as they go out every day. That's all I've got, and I will talk to you tomorrow around the same time. Have a great evening.